Hello friends, 573 days over. United Nations General Assembly starts today. In the meantime, there was a huge protest in London saying no more British arms to Ukrainian Nazis. From the war zone in east, Russian army after capturing Belgorovka Big Grey Mountains opposite Belgorovka are trying to attack the flanks, though with minor gains. On Bakhmut front in Kromov, the Ukrainian troops seems to have re-entered but were subjected to heavy Russian artillery. Heavy fight continues towards Klishivka and Drivka line. Ukrainians are trying to establish themselves in Klishivka and Andrivka settlement. In other parts of eastern Ukraine, like Marinka, Avdiivka and Ugledar, the positional battle is continuing. In south, towards Kherson direction, the Ukrainians' Dnieper warehouse of fuel and lubricants at estuary near Kizomiz were hit by Russian artillery with a huge damage. Ukrainians again tried with many fast boats with troops to land on Cape Tarkhankut in Crimea. Two boats were destroyed and rest retreated. They were also using UAVs in other parts of Crimea to divert the attention, but did not succeed. On Orykhov sector, fierce battle is continuing between the line of Rabotino and Verbov. Ukrainian might have made some gains in west of Verbov, as many bloggers indicate, though a very minor one. In Rimivka salient, Ukrainians are continuing their attack, however without any gains. In most of the part, it has turned into positional battle from either sides. In north, towards Kupian-Swatovo-Crimea line, the Russians are continuing ground offensive but limited, and there has been no gains in last 24 hours or so. On interdiction missions, Russians have hit military airfield in Khmelnytsky and have caused huge explosions after hitting a store of Storm Shadow missiles and depleted uranium munitions. Recently, Russians have been choosing targets in rear of the battle line, not far off. In Kharkov, Sloviansk, Kramatorsk, Dnipropetrovsk, Kherson, Nikolaev and Odisha port, reason is very clear that the immediate support supply line and the supplies must be destroyed. Yes, the deep interdiction missiles as of now seems to be limited from Russian side. Ukrainians on their part have been attacking Crimea, Moscow, Donbass and other Russian targets deeper inside the territory. The aim of course is military targets, but nonetheless they are also using civilian targets. Not necessarily the human beings, but the civilian buildings, infrastructure and others to degrade the Russian offensive capabilities. The induction of F-16s, speedboats and other means to hit deeper and deeper will strengthen this Ukrainian war efforts. And from the battlefield, as we have seen, the progress of military is minimum almost entire battle lines. Few other informations. As per a report, Pakistan has secured a bailout from IMF in June because of a secret arms sale to US for Ukraine. This is how IMF, World Bank work towards war industries. We have seen the effect in Sri Lanka and many other countries who, trying to gain a bailout, have been deeper into the loan cobweb and finally have collapsed. African Sahel nations signed pact to combat terrorism and crime. There are no reports which we heard about the Republic of Congo, where a coup had taken place, allegedly, is not yet confirmed. New York Post, in its day before article, has said that over past decade, Washington DC has become from a beautiful, vibrant metropolis to uninhabitable with violence, car theft, and crimes. Similar situation prevails in San Francisco and New York. The working population of colonizers, imperialists, as well as those who are being oppressed, third world countries, are neither in peace nor prosperous and nor have any future if the present scenario continues economically, socially, politically. And that brings an end to my talk today, friends. See you tomorrow.